if we look into the future, do you think it's possible that Numerai style infrastructure where AI systems backed by humans are doing the trading is what the entirety of the stock market is, or the entirety of the economy is run by basically this army of AI systems with high level human supervision?
Yeah, the thing is that some of them could be bad actors.
Some of the humans?
No, well, these systems could be tricky. So actually, I once met a hedge fund manager. This is kind of interesting. He said, very famous one, and he said, sometimes we can see things in the market where we know we can make money, but it will mess shit up.
Yeah.
We know we can make money, but it will mess things up. And we choose not to do those things. And on the one hand, maybe this is like, oh, you're being super arrogant. Like, of course you can't do this, but maybe he can. And maybe he really isn't doing things he knows he could do, but would change, be pretty bad. Would the Reddit army have that kind of morality or concern for what they're doing? Probably not, based on what we've seen.
The madness of crowds. There'll be like one person that says, hey, maybe, and then they get trampled over. That's the terrifying thing, actually. This a lot of people have written about this, is somehow that like little voice that's human morality gets silenced when we get into groups and start chanting.
Yeah.
And that's terrifying. But like, I think maybe I misunderstood. I thought that you're saying AI systems can be dangerous, but you just described how humans can be dangerous. So which is safer?
So, I mean, one thing is Numerai. Yeah. So Wall Street bets, these kinds of attacks, like it's not possible to model Numerai's data and then come up with the idea from the model, let's short squeeze GameStop.
Right. It's
not even framed in that way. It's not like possible to have that idea. So, but it is possible for like kind of a bunch of humans. So I think Numerai could get very powerful without it being dangerous. But Wall Street bets needs to get a little bit more powerful, and it'll be pretty dangerous.
Yeah. Well, I mean, so this is a good place to kind of think about Numerai data today, Numerai signals, and what that looks like in 10, 20, 30, 50, 100 years. Like right now, I guess maybe you can correct me, but the data that we're working with is like a window. It's a anonymized, obfuscated window into a particular aspect, time period of the market. And, you can expand that more and more and more and more, potentially. You can imagine in different dimensions to where it encapsulates all the things that, where you could include kind of human-to-human communication that was available for like to buy GameStop, for example, on Wall Street bets. So maybe to step back, can you speak to what is Numerai signals and what are the different data sets that are involved?
So with Numerai signals, you're still providing predictions to us, but you can do it from your own data set. So Numerai, you have to model our data to come up with predictions. Numerai signals is whatever data you can find out there, you can turn it into a signal and give it to us. So it's a way for us to import signals on data we don't yet have. Mm-hmm. And that's why it's particularly valuable, because it's going to be signals. You're only rewarded for signals that are orthogonal to our core signal. So you have to be doing something uncorrelated. And so strange alternative data tends to have that property. Mm-hmm. There isn't too many other signals that are correlated with what's happening on Wall Street bets. That's not going to be like correlated with the price to earnings ratio, right? Mm-hmm. And we have some users, as of like a week ago, there was a user that created, I think he's in India, he created a signal that is scraped from Wall Street bets. And now we have that signal as one of our signals in thousands that we use at Numerai.
And the structure of the signal is similar. So it's just numbers and time series data.
It's exactly, and it's just like it's kind of you're providing a ranking of stocks. So you just say give it a 1 means you like the stock, 0 means you don't like the stock, and you provide that for 5,000 stocks in the world.
And they somehow converted the natural language that's in the Wall Street Bet.
So So they open sourced this Colab notebook. You can go and see it and look at.
So
and
cool.
so yeah, it's making a sentiment score and then turning it into a rank of stocks.
Sentiment score.
Yeah.
Like this stock sucks or this stock is awesome. And then converting that's fast. Just even looking at that data would be